Sam, you got to interview us.
Oh, it will happen. I love your signs. So what made you guys come out here and occupy Lakewood?
Lakewood is home. And one must always occupy home. This is the classic hometown America, where we started a citizens movement with a newspaper called the Lakewood Observer. And when I heard that the occupying Lakewood movement was on the way, I wouldn't have missed this for all the chi in China.
Nice. Now, what do you think about independent media? Do you think we need more independent media out here?
We need as much media as we can make.
Right. I told all these kids out here.
It's all about the many.
Right.
And many are makers, and many can make it happen.
Right. I told all these kids at the occupation, we're all reporters. We have the technology now.
We're all reporters, we're all recorders, and we're all makers.
Right. And I love my little recorder. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But Lakewood's a beautiful town. I love it. It's one of the best towns that I've ever been in my life, really. So what do you think about that, sir?
I think Lakewood's a beautiful town, but we got to make sure we keep Lakewood beautiful.
Right.
We've got to break down the corporate interests and give it back to the people. It's getting old. This whole process is getting old. We get screwed, we forget. We get screwed, we forget. We get screwed, we forget. It's like an abusive relationship in America. Lady Liberty, let us go.
Right.
Let us be free yet again. Quit abusing us. We're tired of being abused husbands and wives of the most beautiful country in the world. It is now time to take it back. It's time that the people finally did the math. 99% will always beat 1%.
Well, Lakewood taught me a very valuable lesson back in the day, the blight struggle. It taught me what this town did, and it went against the powers that be, and it won. And that still tingles my spine. What do you think about that, sir?
Well, the blight struggle was just the tip of the iceberg. The problem is it's now crept into every part of society. Schools, housing, life, food security. We're rolling over. I'm tired of being their fucking bitch. I want it fucking back.
I think we're taking it back.
Solidarity with our New York brothers and sisters.
Right.
Solidarity with our French brothers and sisters. Solidarity with our British brothers and sisters.
Nice.
Lakewood is the central point. People say that we're just to the left of the center of the universe. We are now the universe.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your wisdom. You know what I mean? And like I've been telling people, we already won, but they just haven't surrendered yet.
Well, it's not wisdom. I'm Irish. It's just me talking.
Well, you're my wisdom, my hero. God bless you, brother.
God bless you, brother.
Brother, you were at Occupy Cleveland. Can you tell us about your experience and what you think?
I was just really glad that so many people are like all coming together, really unorganized and everything. Well, it's organized, but there's no leader, and it's spread so fast. And I learned in school actually that 59% of the U.S. is behind it. And that's more than any like civil rights movement in the past, like starting off.
Right.
So this is gonna happen pretty fast, and that's cool.
What do you think this is gonna do for your generation to change the world for a better day?
It's, give equal values to everyone, equal opportunities to everyone.
Do you feel that we have to clean up this planet of all the toxins and like the big garbage dump in the Pacific? It's all plastic?
Oh, yeah, I just heard about that. That's definitely got to happen.
Right.
Everyone should just do little things to help instead of like doing one big drastic thing.
Right.
If everyone took like 5 minutes out of their day to go recycling, then this wouldn't be a problem.
Right. Well, hey brother, I want to thank you. How old are you?
17.
And you get it. You are the future, and this is going to benefit your generation.
All right.
All right, God bless you, brother, and spread the word.
Thank you.
Right on.
I was talking with my husband about what we could do as middle-class citizens to enforce this. And his suggestion is because we all have 401ks and so forth, we usually have a 6-month window when we change them. So if we would all roll them out of the big banks that we're in our 401ks and our muni funds, and put them in credit unions, put them in small things that aren't part of that didn't take TARP bailout money even, they would rock. Those banks would be flipping out because that is the base that holds them together. Without it, they're going to choke.
Nice. Well, thank you very much for your wisdom. Great idea.
I got my glasses on, but that's all.
Ma'am, what do you think about this occupation of Wall Street in Cleveland and now Lakewood?
I think it's very, very timely, very much on time, long overdue to take back what we value in this country. I think, you know, the Tea Party started something, and I think there are some common threads, though it seems their movement was co-opted by Wall Street, and for some reason they have been blinded by
The hate?
the hate. I don't even know what I would call it,
Right.
because they seem to think that Wall Street should be running everything, though they weren't for the bank bailouts. I
Right.
mean, they just don't have a coherent message, and it's time to become, you know, a coherent movement that is for the people, that speaks for the people, that gives the people back the power of government. I think since Citizens United, I mean, that was such a horrible, misguided decision, and there should be outrage everywhere that corporations have been given personhood. Corporations are not people. They have never been people. The Founding Fathers never intended to have an aristocracy running this country. And I think we need to take back our history. The Founding Fathers would not support the Tea Party movement.
Well, it seemed like the Tea Party movement was more against unions and more against the poor, Social Security, and everything for the rich.
It was about not taxing anything,
Right.
I think. And that, I mean, that seems to be the foundation, but I think every Tea Partier, you know, wants to drive on a road. I mean, taxes are important. Taxes pay for so many things for the common good. If you want to get outraged about where our tax dollars are going, we need to look at Iraq and we need to look at Afghanistan, especially Iraq. That was a waste of 10 years. We've wasted the future. We've wasted opportunities for our young people. And the debt from that war is going to haunt us forever, and it needs to be paid for. And taxes are what pays for it. And when George Bush decided to run that war and also lower taxes, that you just can't do that without paying a price. And we're paying the price now, and we have to figure out how to get ourselves out of this mess. You know, the war. I was down there in 2003 in Washington, D.C. protesting that before we got into Iraq, and nobody cared.
Right.
Nobody cared that this was the wrong war for the wrong reasons, and we will be paying the price for a long, long time. And we've got to get control away from the corporations. They're shipping all our jobs overseas. And I'm for global trade, the global economy. That's the reality we live in, and everybody should have a decent standard of living all over the world. That's not the issue, but the corporations are taking everything for themselves, and it, you know, it's got to stop. The 325% increase for the top 1% as opposed to the 10% increase for the bottom 99, it's completely unacceptable. It's outrageous. They don't work harder than us. You know, it's a flat-out lie to say that those people deserve that money because they work harder or they got a better education. No, nobody. There's only 24 hours in a day. Nobody works hard enough to make that kind of money. They are stealing it one way or another from the people, legally, and it's got to stop.
Well, thank you very much. Very well put. I love it. Ken, in your retirement, did you ever think that your work has just begun?
This is a new chapter in my life, Sam, and it's
Right.
time to give back and take care of new business.
Right. I mean, you worked all your life. You thought you might be retired, but now you got this whole new job to clean up the mess.
Take care of important business, generating a spirit of generosity, compassion, equity. I pledge allegiance to a flag that declares liberty and justice for all. And we need a government that's going to supply and do their job and do their business, and that's what this occupation is all about.
Well, thank you very much. We need your wisdom in the movement there, brother. You know, where the old meets the young, and that's powerful.
Thank you, Sam.
God bless.